Oh, well, I don't know why it said that. Either way. So, okay, so recapping. Last week when I did the streaming, I decided to import brushes, which essentially are Aaron Blaise's brushes, which you can acquire from thecreatureartteacher.com. I love that site. I love his videos. I love the way he creates art. I love how he's animated director movies. But most of all, I really like the way he teaches. He does an excellent job. And that's why, I kept on going back to his courses, and I still do. There's so many, you just can't get through them all in 1 year. I really love him, and his brushes are something that were holding me back from switching over to Fluid Paint Studio until I found a pretty cool tutorial on DeviantArt on how to do it. So the process is simple, but depending on the kind of brush, it's kind of, it's a lot. It's a bit of work to translate it from the Photoshop into the Clip Paint Studio, but it's definitely doable. So the most important thing that you need is the core image that represents the brush file. So to get that, all you need is this program, which you saw on my other stream. If you haven't seen the other stream, it's in YouTube, so you just check it out. It's part 1, same title, it just has the part 1. In it, you'll see how I use the AB Art Made to get the images, right? So now, before I start, just a little summary of how I'm going to do it. So what I do is I import the image, register as a material, take it as a brush tip, then set up the brush tip with appropriate properties so that it can simulate the way it's supposed to work in Photoshop, but do it in the Clip Paint Studio. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's just get started. So I'm gonna keep working on the hair brushes from Aaron Blaise. So it was here, right? And number 4. Ooh, this one looks interesting. It's a circle. So one of the most important steps, because if you don't do this step, you won't be able to do the rest. You have to make sure you convert the layer to gray. If you don't do that, you can't register it properly as a material. Then you won't. You can, but I think if I remember properly, what happens is that when you use, you will be able to set it as a brush tip and whatnot, a brush tip, sorry. And the problem is that when you use it, if you switch colors here from gray to any other color, white, darker gray, anything, the brush won't be able to pick it up. So that's why you need to convert the material to gray before you do register as a brush tip. So now we do file. No, sorry, edit. Register material image. I don't know what to call this one. Circle hair? Aaron Blaise. You have to make sure you check this box. This, you can play with this. I don't really do it a lot. I just like putting it in hair because you can be very tidy with your materials. All I did was change tabs, so it's no big deal. I can actually just let go of this tab and work on my main one. See, these are other ones from the last stream. I definitely do not have a very consistent way of naming, So here, I want to edit it. I want it to have this tag. Circle hair, okay. So right now, I'm also going to go into my hair set. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to duplicate the hair clump one. Wait, I'm sorry, this is bothering me a lot. Maybe. Okay. Okay, so now we duplicate subtool. This is not hair clump, so just hair, circle, Aaron. I guess that's fine. I don't know what icon I'm using for the hair. Ooh, yeah, that's the wrong icon. See that if you chose the wrong icon for whatever reason, you can just change it again by right clicking on your subtool and then going to settings of subtool, and then you can just change the icon. I think the appropriate icon was the watercolor one. I'm not really sure, but that one's better. I think, yeah. Oh no. Apparently I have different icons. Well, that sucks. Let's just do that. Okay, so the hair silk right now is gonna emulate the one see? It's emulating the one I obviously cloned. So we can just close this. Yeah, close it. We're gonna edit it. Oh, right here. Alright. So we're gonna go to brush tip. We're gonna delete that one. Oh, we can just change it here. Hair. Hey. Kind of hiccup there. And hair. Circle. Whoa. Look what we have here. Whee! Oh, that's actually kind of a nice texture there. Look at that. I gotta check it out what it does here. So I think we ported it last time. Yeah, there it is. Let's see how the hair is supposed to work. That's a little weird. Not really sure how I would use this one for hair. Well, yeah, maybe if you have like super sorry. If you have like, I don't know, let me darken that. Yeah, I guess if you have, well, like, I think this is a really good brush too for curly hair. Yeah, my aunt has this kind of hair actually. Just her curls are smaller though. See, something like that. Yeah, there we go. So that's how it has to look, right? So let me check that out. It follows along pretty close, right? So right now mine's like all over the place, right? Yeah. So that's the spraying effect. That means the spray deviation. So it's how far away the image gets repeated from the line that you're tracing with your brush. So I think this one's like a lot. Yeah. So this is like you want it to deviate as much as possible. See that? So the most it's going to deviate is the circumference of your brush. So if I make it bigger, let me close this so you can see it. You're going to see it deviate more. See? Whoa. If I make the brush smaller, the area in which it can deviate is less. See? So it's just a matter of size. But what we actually want is not for the size to dictate the degree of deviation of the brush. We want that to be something by default, so we're going to put it here. That's pretty much follow the brush in one line, like that. But I think that might be too much. Let me check. So I'm just going to make straight lines going down. And I'm going to make them here. Just make it smaller. Nah, that's too much. Oh, I didn't know you could put a number here. No, I don't think you can. There we go. Let it deviate some more. Yeah, the brush size is kind of big. Wait, I want to see the brush engine here in Photoshop. So, size jitter is at a minimum. Angle jitter, roundness jitter, flip, scattering, color dynamics. Ooh, so he's got color dynamics on. See, this one's been really tough for me to be able to emulate with Clip Paint Studio. I'm gonna have to get creative with that. And it does do a bit of color dynamics. Okay. Yeah. We're gonna deviate some more the brush size. We're gonna leave it like this, right? So I actually want it to be quite small. All right, like this. and the spraying effect. I wanted to deviate a little more, but I don't want to make the size bigger. See, because of the way it's done, maybe spraying effect is not the right choice for what we want. Ooh, wow, look how this looks. This would be great for a mesh. Oh, that is so cool. Whoa. Do you know what this reminds me of? That jewelry was like snake-like. My mom used to use it all the time. I hated it because sometimes if you got your hair stuck in it, oh boy, would you lose hair. I get chunks ripped out, but that's exactly what the jewelry looks like. That's pretty cool. Either way, getting back on track. I think stroke's gonna be better for this. So gap. Gap is how far away we want it. Okay, I'm gonna remove all of this. So continue spraying. Ribbon? No, not ribbon. Gap. More. No, it's not stroke either. Yeah, it's not gonna be stroke either. So it is gonna have to be spraying effect. So let's see how I can set it up so it deviates from the line. This is a toughie. Let me reset it back. Okay. So what I did here was just simply reset it back to its originals, because I think I did a couple of changes that I didn't really partake to. So I'm just gonna start all over again. See, sometimes transporting the brush from Photoshop to Clipping Studio is like super straightforward, like at the end of the other tutorial I did. And sometimes it's like today, pretty hard and crappy. So, I mean, if you're bored and you don't want to see the cities when you're watching this video, for those who are watching it on YouTube after, on the, whatever, you can fast forward it a couple of minutes so you can just see the results. Wish I could do that right now. So spraying effect. So yeah, this looks good. Density. I think that's better. That's a lot more, yeah. I want the least possible amount. Deviate some more. Weird. Not a density. I think it's too much. Like there's the density means how many times the image is gonna be like re-rendered. And look here, you see that you can pretty well see the circles, right? Here there are too many of them. So maybe I just do it with, I'm gonna do it with pen pressure. And what I'm gonna do is put all the way up here, I think. Oh, it didn't work. Yeah. It's completely the same. Oh, that's why. See, I changed to my other brush. See in the preview of the, this is actually one of the brushes I use the most, and it's Blaise's sketch brush, which he, for a time, I don't know if he still does it, he used to give away when you signed up for his newsletter, which I definitely recommend. You should do that. See how it's tapered and it gets thin towards the end. See how it's not doing it? That's because my program right now is not picking up the sensitivity of my tablet, and sometimes that happens. I don't really know why. I have to go to tablet, just switch from one to the other, and voila, now he's picking it up. See how now it's tapering, so I'm putting now pressure and it's actually picking it up. Okay, so maybe that's why it wasn't working. So if I press hard, if I press light, so the particle density, I really want it to be like super low. And the spray deviation, like that. So this is me, super slow. I'm barely putting pressure. And this is putting pressure. No pressure. More pressure. Maybe if I also do a stroke. No, I think that's going to be too much. I don't know if it's going to... Oh, there we go. Yeah, now it's looking more like it. There we go. See? Yep. And here. So that's what I was missing. Have the spraying effect on, but the stroke, the gap between the images, I should have like reset it to, I think it might have been normal or fixed, but I think white's pretty good. So. And here's the other one. That's what I was missing too. I was foolishly trying to change the size of the circle by changing the size of the brush. And in Clipping Studio, that's something I really did. Just I mess up with that every time. If you're doing something like spray effect, the actual size of the brush or the image of the brush represents, it's not controlled by the brush size. The brush size only controls how much deviation area you get. So the way you control the actual size of the brush or the size of the image that the brush paints is through this right here, particle size. So we're going to do it with pen pressure. No, not pen pressure. Is it here controlled with pen pressure? No, right? It's always the same size. See here in Photoshop, if I make the brush smaller, the circles are smaller, which is exactly what I wanted. So I'm definitely going to make the only bad thing, not bad, but rather uncomfortable, I suppose, is that if I want to change the brush size, I'm going to have to do it manually. So there we go. See now, look how small it is. So let's make it a little bigger. Bigger. No, too big. There we go. And if I make this bigger, it's going to deviate more, see? And if I make it super big, it's going to go all over the place. Do you see the difference? This took me so long to understand. So you see how in Clipping Studio you don't get the image for the brush, right? You see a circle. It's always going to be a circle. So the area the circle encloses is where your image, the brush tip is going to get spread around in the spray effect right here in spray deviation. So the bigger your brush size is, the more scattered your painting is going to be, you see? The circles are all over the place, but always within that white circle you see on the screen. So if I want to make it look like the brush in Photoshop, I have to make sure the brush size is kind of close. There we go. See? Wow, that was tough. Yeah, this one was tough. I'm definitely going to save this before I mess it up. Remember that to save, you got to do register all settings to initial settings. Don't show me this again. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, this one was a toughie. Let me see if there's anything else I can add. No, I think it looks pretty close. Oh. Wait. I want the particle size to be seen. Density. Yeah. So if I make this more dense, that means you're going to get more circles in the line stroke. So let's make it like super dense. Look at that. All over the place. And it's actually in a pen brush, so I'm going to remove that. Put it, I don't know, like there. Look at that. So many circles. So yeah, I want that visible. But I want it here. Or in two. Let me check out how two looks. Oops. Oopsies. That reminds me of the... Oh, what's that movie? Used to be so funny. The police cops that dress up like these girls from Beverly Hills. They're so funny. I can't remember the name. I'm sure I'll remember at some point. Yeah, there we go. No, I think that's too much students. I like this better. Yeah. So if I'm making like, I'm gonna make it a little smaller. Okay. So imagine if I'm making somebody's curl, right? This is the person's curls. Like, yay. I still think though in the stroke we can get more gapped like that. Yeah, I like that better. So I'm gonna make, instead of wide, I'm just gonna do a custom one with fixed. And yeah, leave it like that. Remember to register again? Oh yeah, that's right, I told it not to show that. Cool. And check it again just to make sure, because this one was tough. Make it bigger. So if I oh yeah, this is Control Alt C. So if I make like a super fast head silhouette, it's gonna look like that. Let's see how it looks here. Close it. Okay. So if I try to make like a really fast one. Yeah. And in this case, if I wanted to have like smaller curls, remember you can't do it with the brush size because that's only going to give you more area to spread the the circles in. I had to manually go to the menu right here of the properties that we exposed of the brush, and maybe just go to 40. Yeah. See how they're smaller? Let's make it like super small. See that? That's super small. I won't go crazy. 25. Yeah. See that? 25 is like super small. 30. That's better. Let me check the properties of my canvas. That's just the size. Something I forgot to mention. Well, I did mention in the first tutorial. This was a really crappy resolution. I messed up here. I'm going to delete this and create a new one. When you're trying out your brush's settings, you have to make sure this was absolutely my mistake. So you need to go back, and I'm going to have to annotate something on the video when I upload it to YouTube. Do not do that. If you're going to be transporting brushes that are meant to be used in canvases that have like 500 dpi, you have to make sure that when you're importing the brush, you try it out on a canvas with that size, which I totally effed it up because I created a canvas with the default values of 100 resolution. Bad. Because obviously, Blaise knows that if you're going to create something for printing or not, you're going to have quite a decent DPI, and he creates those brushes to be meant to use there. So I'm going to put, I don't know, something quite high. 400 maybe. I am so sorry about that myself. Can't believe I didn't realize that until now. See? Now I can make this bigger. Bigger than that. Now we can go to like, see? Yeah, this is a lot better. So look at that. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. Yeah, I'm digging that. But I think I'm gonna put 4 or 5. Sorry about the clicking, guys. See, it looks the same. Great, we're done with that brush. So let's move along. So we say that one. Let's open the next one. So remember, let's go over this again. I can't believe I spent 24 minutes on that brush. That was a toughie. We're gonna open a new one. Next one. Ooh, this one looks fun. Open it. Remember, what's the first thing you have to do? You have to remember to do this, because then if you're here and you didn't do that, like if I hadn't converted this to the gray layer, if I tried to do this, wouldn't work. If I tried to do this, wouldn't work. It would stay black the whole time. So you have to make sure you gotta convert it to gray so that later it can you can actually color with that brush. So we go here. Convert. Great. Now that it's converted, we can edit, register material. I have no idea how I'm gonna call this one. 3 spiky hairs. Literally. Spiky hairs. AB. AB is air and Blaise. This is just, for organizing's sake. I like to be organized with my brushes. Materials, put it please inside the materials, the hair fur folder, and okay. Okay, now this one, bye-bye, we're done with you. Now this one, I think this might be a good one to duplicate. If you don't want to duplicate a subtool, you can just create a new one. I think it's with this, see? Oops, sorry. How do you create a new subtool? That's a good question. That's the sub. Maybe here? Duplicate, settings, delete, create. There you go. See, if you can go over one, right click. If you can do the duplicate or just create a new one. So I'm just going to duplicate it so I can just reuse stuff and save time. Let's give it the same. Where was that blue icon right here? I think you can use like custom ones too. So imagine you're like super into organizing it like all out, which I would love to do, but I'm really not looking into investigating how to draw an icon specifically for this. But if you have like a million brushes loaded into your Clip Paint Studio and you want to be real fast to be able to know what you're using, you can actually load like a personal icon, see? And use that. And that icon is what's shown. Wait, let me finish creating this so I can show you that in a second. So it's gonna be 3 spiky hairs. Here. Okay, it's right here. So when you have something like that clicked, here the icon that shows it's that one. See, I messed up here. So let's just fix it real fast. That's for your eye to be able to figure out quickly with the icon where you're at. Although usually I switch between my tools with keyboard shortcuts because it's the fastest thing. But sometimes, this can really help you out. So let's just go to settings of subtool, put the appropriate icon. I mean, there really is no right or wrong icon. It's just the one you want to use for you, whatever works best for you. So there we go. This is another one that's not using the common denominator. So what's this useful as far as if you are not the kind of person that switches between tools with keyboard shortcuts like other people do, because you, for whatever reason, you find that more comfortable. Imagine you have this closed, right? And right now, I'm on a brush. See how it's highlighted? I know it's a brush. But I'm switching between keyboard. You see how it highlights different places? It's because I'm switching with my keyboard. Imagine I did it, by clicking here. So it's super fast for me to be able to know what I was using. See, right here. And that's because I have this with the same icon. So if I were in trees, see, this is another icon. I should actually put that icon on all of them. I've been kind of lazy and not quite consistent with that, but that's what it's used for anyway. So let's go back to hair. Let's use the new one. 3 spiky hairs. Open here. Okay. First things first. First things first, not first. I'm not going to be able to find it. Okay, got. There we go. I'm not going to be able to find it because silly me did not go here and add the appropriate tabs. You create these tabs. These tabs, they didn't just pop automatically from the Clip Studio program. You go here, you add the tag, and then you just click it. The only reason why I already have it here is because it's in a group where the other brushes have those tags. So in an attempt to help you, Clipping Studio provides tags from other brushes within the same folder, because it probably thinks that if you're putting the brush in that folder, then probably they have things in common, so you might want to have the same tags on all of them. So for example, in this one, I'm obviously going to tag Aaron Blaise because it's the set of brushes I've gotten from his site, and obviously hair. And this is not, you don't have to do this. Your brush is going to work with or without it, but it's super useful because now when I start configuring the brush and I want to search for a tooltip, the brush tip. Imagine going through through all of this, trying to find the image that you need. You can't. It's horrible. Look how many there are. And I've deleted so many, and there's still so many. So what you do is you just filter through the tag, and yay, or not yay, there it is. I'm not really sure how this is supposed to look, so let's search for it here in Photoshop. So the reason why I have Photoshop open on the right side is to be able to see how the brush was meant to perform. And that way, I can just copy it through Logic to the Clipping Studio, and if not, I can just open the brush engine in the Photoshop, look at the properties it has, and properly map to the properties that the brush engine from Paint Studio provides. So, 3 spiky hairs. Hairs. I don't see 3 spiky ones. This one? No. This one? No. This one. That's just one. This one. No. This one. This one. This one. How many of these are there? Is this the same one? This one? Oh, that looks really cool. That one looks good. Yay, so cool. Oh, that's a long one. Oh, cool. Look at this one. Oh, this has to be great for... Oh, this looks great for animal hair. Even grass, too. Okay, wait, I'm getting sidetracked. stop, go back, and find the brush you're meant to use. This one? No. This one? No. Sorry. This one? No. Oh, it's this one, right? Wow. Would have never guessed. Stop. Actually, I should have created one here. Once again, coming. I know the resolution's pretty good. Yeah, that's fine. Never mind. I was going to say I did the same mistake here, but the resolution's appropriate. Let's lower it down. Whoa, this is like. Oh, I think I could use this for ramen. Or for like when your hair's fried. That's how my hair looks like. Sometimes after I do like a keratin treatment, like the one you buy at the store, or you sometimes I'm down to the. Oh, this looks great in the hair salon. Wow. Oh, this could be great for beard. I can see this is totally Hagrid's beard. Oh wow. This is a great brush. Look at this. Oh, yeah, I'm already seeing the trouble I'm going to have with this one, which is the color transfer. Ooh, yucky. Wow, that looks awesome. Look at this. That's really great for texture, too. Look at that. So let's check out the brush engine. Shape dynamics. Yeah, okay, we need that. Angle jitter. Absolutely. Scattering. Yeah, could have guessed that one, too. Ooh, the color dynamics are going to kill me. So for saturation, brightness, foreground, blah, blah, blah. That's going to be tough. So let's just try to simulate the first part. Brush size. Yes. Brush size. Jitter a little bit. Yes. Minimum value. How much was it here? Shape dynamics, size jitter, just a little bit. Okay. So, brush size. Minimum value is good at 75. No! That one. Regular. It was here. Whoa. Look at this right now. This is what's doing. Nothing compared to this beauty over here on the right. Sorry about the clicking, guys. Not recording this in. I wish I could be recording this in like a quiet studio, but I'm sharing space, so. Brush shape, no brush tip. This is good. Spraying effect. Do we want to spray? I'm not yet sure we want to spray. Remove that. Does this spray? Yeah, it does, because it's probably doing scattering, right? Yeah, it does. So, yes. Spray. And I want to see that too. Particle size. Pen pressure or random? Pen pressure or random? Pen pressure or random? No, it doesn't have any randomness or anything, or pen pressure. So it's pretty much the same all around. So if I press a little bit, if I press hard, it's pretty much the same size. So particle size will remain like this. Let's just. Oof. That looks nothing like Photoshop. Even worse. Low particle density. See, that's why you know that scattering was good. Spray deviation. Lots of spray deviation. So that means my brush needs to be big. Right? And my particle size needs to be big. Yeah. That's looking a little more like it. Just a little bit, not too much. Tiny bit. So I want to make this visible. You have to, of these options, you can make whatever you want visible. Visible means that you're gonna be able to see it here in your little tool property when you have the tool picked. Above all, the one you really want to make available is the particle size, because once again, you'll only be able to change the size of the three spiky little hairs in this brush tip through here, because the brush size this way, like the regular way, has nothing to do with how big the image is going to be displayed, but rather by the area where the image can be sprayed in, the deviation. So I don't want to deviate. Not deviate a lot. Oops. I think I just... I don't know if that hurt your ears. My bad. Direction of particle. I think this has angle jitter like 5%. Right. Do we want it to jitter? Yes, we want it to jitter. Well, a little less maybe. 8. Yeah, that's better. Not deviate too much. Okay, particle density, that's good. Stroke, gap. Wide? Woof. No, I don't like that. No, that's the opposite of wide. Narrow? Normal looks pretty decent. But I think... Fix is good. Fix is good. So it's going to be apart from each other. The same. Over and over. You can even do pen pressure if you want. How about random? So like 50% of it. I'm giving you, this means I'm giving the program the authority. Authority sounds like, but not really. It's just giving the program a chance to make the brush tips a random size, and it can only make it random up to, I think it's 50% of its size. So say your size is, I don't know, 20, right? It can play around with sizes until it reaches the minimum size it should have. It's 50% of the size. Sorry. So in an example, it's kind of much easier to understand. Say you have a brush, and the brush is 100 pixels, right? So we have 100 pixels size brush, and the random factor has a minimum value of 50%. That means that it can show the brush in sizes ranging from 50 to 100. Because the minimum value is simply putting a lower cap from which you have to start. So once again, if I have a 100 pixel size brush, this little awesome random factor in the engine is going to say that it's going to randomize the actual size of the brush, but it guarantees that its minimum value will be at least 50%, and that that translates to, in this example, of a 100 pixel size brush to 50 pixels. So that's the minimum size of the brush you're going to get, 50 pixels. Then you can just get more. So I think it looks pretty decent. Yeah, I think it's good. No, I'm not changing this. Yeah, it looks like that, right? Pretty good. Now we're gonna do a part that I'm not really sure, which is the... I don't know where it is. Untitled erase for the spring effect. Oh, it's gotta be here somewhere. Oh, in ink, of course, in ink. So the way to make the brush, because here in Photoshop, you go to the brush engine, the color dynamics is on, and it's telling it that it should change with whatever other foreground background color there are. It's switch between the two, in this case at 25% to 26. So that's sweet. And I think they told us that we never really did it because we're super lazy. To go to Waitrose, I think it was. Well. You know what just happened? I'm like super sleepy, and I think I just went off on a rant. I have no idea what I just said. I just like fell asleep for like 5 seconds, and my brain started like dreaming, and the dialogue just kind of went on its own. I don't know if that's ever happened to anybody, but it happens to me sometimes when I'm super sleepy. I start to like daydream into, you know, like that tiny dream you have before you fall asleep. And I guess I just kept talking while I was falling asleep, and I have no idea what I just said. So I'm gonna have to look back at the video recording. Oh geez, that's terrible. I actually just checked to see if there were too many viewers, but thankfully there were many. Yay. Live anyway. Getting back to that, I can't believe I just like dozed off. That was like the boss baby power nap for a second. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're talking about this. Saturation jitter, brightness jitter, foreground background jitter. So what this is telling it is that between your foreground and background color, you can vary between until like 26%. That you can vary up to 13% in saturation. And you can let me see. No, purity, no, just brightness. Okay, cool. Yeah, this is tough for me. I can't believe we only have like 2 brushes done on this video. Okay. So I think this is the only part of the brush engine in Clip Paint Studio. Well, not the only part. I'm sure there's more parts that I don't really know. But this is the only one where I just tweak, and it's like a trial and error process instead of being, more straightforward than I am with spray effect and stroke and whatnot. Okay. So this one varies foreground and background. So we're gonna mix. Yeah. Running or blend. So we're just gonna have to try that. So here it was. So if I have black and white. So it varies between the black and white. So let's try it here now. So I'm going to tell it to blend. Are you guys getting an echo from my audio? I don't know. Desktop audio monitor off, monitor and output. What about now? You guys still get echo? Is it better? I don't know if you guys are still getting echo. Maybe I was just broadcasting with double audio, like from the monitor too. Sorry guys. Still getting echo now? No, I think I just shut it off instead. Yeah, there's nothing I can do. So if you guys get echo, I'm so sorry, but don't know what I'm doing wrong. Okay then. Let's keep going because I've gotten sidetracked. I really want to finish this. So I wanted to mix the ground color between black and white. So I'm doing blend, amount of paint. So you guys are gonna have to go through with me in this because it's super sucky because I don't really quite understand it yet. So it says when you blend the amount of paint, so it's the percentage for mixing, so amount of paint, percentage for mixing RGB value of the ground color, which is in this case the equivalent in Photoshop of background color. Oh no, actually it says the color painted on layer and drawing color. The bigger value is the higher percentage of RGB values of drawing color. Right. And what about running color? You can draw like watercolor by mixing current and ground colors together. While running color paints while stretching each ground pixel, blend paints with colors mixing all ground pixel. What does color stretch to? Adjust how much keeping color at stroke starting point while drawing. The lower value is, the shorter distance becomes in order to blend into surrounding colors. Well, that translation sounds weird, right? The lower value is, the shorter distance becomes. Jeez, that's really hard to understand. The shorter distance becomes in order to blend into surrounding colors. So this and what about this mix of draw with the color mixing main drawing color and sub drawing color? That this is well, yeah. The bigger the value is, stronger the sub drawing colors should become. So from what I think I understand, blend and running color work with the color that you're choosing to color with. And then the ground color does not map to background color, like in Photoshop when you say foreground color and background color is actually the two colors you have picked. In here, the color that you're drawing with is the one that's picked here, and the ground color is the one that's already on the layer. I don't want that. I want it to be switching from this one to this one. So I'm not gonna mix. Start mixing. Oh boy, are you telling me I can't? So I have to have this so I can get this. Okay, that's fine. So I think this one, if you read it with me one more time, it says draw with the color mixing main drawing color, that means the one that you're picked, the one's in focus, and sub drawing color down here. The bigger the value is, the stronger the sub drawing color becomes. So right here it's like 50-50? 50-50. See? Ooh, that's terrible. That's too much. Here. That's still terrible. I want plenty of density, little amount of paint. I think we're getting there. No, not yet. Color stretch. Ooh, it's starting to look like it, yeah. Random value. Minimum value. No minimum value. Sorta, kinda starting to look like it, but still not good enough. A little more. Much better. A little more. See, now I can start to see the whites and the grays, right? Here, it's much more, I don't think there's ever like white. It's a lot more graceful the way it does it. Let me increase the particle size for a second because I'm having a bit of a hard time. seeing that. Yeah, that's better. Ink. So if I put like here, it's gonna be all white, right? No, not you. See, now there's more. See, now it's the sub-drawing color is like the. Yeah, I want to make this available. I don't want it at 50%. Fitty. Fitty might be good. Yeah. There's some. Mm, 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 mm. 34. Yeah. Not exactly the same. I think this is one of the worst transfers I've done on Aaron Blaise's brush. I can't believe we've only gotten through two. This has been like a super slow stream. I'm so sorry, but the ink has just gotten me so. I'm stuck with this one because I want it to look exactly like on the right, but I'm an idiot. Oh goodness gracious. You guys realize that this whole time I've been trying to try this out, my opacity has been like at 59%. Idiot. Absolute idiot. Can't believe that. See? Now. Oh, can't believe that was it. I knew there was, yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah? A little more, a little less. 20% maybe. There we go. Now we're talking, people. Now we're talking. That's much better. So let me see how I would draw. Let me register all this before I lose it. Hagrid's beard. So I want that to be visible. I want the mixed ground thing. Yeah, I don't really want that to be visible. I want the color stretch to be visible. And the mixing rate. Let me see if more color stretch. It doesn't really affect it, so just take it out. Amount of paint. Yeah, no, you need this to be like this. Let me see what happens in running color. It's the same. Cool. In the stroke, spraying effect. Direction of the particle. Ooh, no, I don't want it to be random. Yeah, so like a 2. So, yeah, that's better. And then deviation. See, no, I don't want any deviation. Degree of effect, random. 4 is fine. That's pretty good. Cool. I think it's pretty close. We've done a good job. Register it. And I can't believe my mistake was having that opacity. See, sometimes that's one of the definitely bad sides of cloning your subtool instead of creating a new one, because when you create a new one, everything starts fresh, and when you duplicate a subtool, you carry along all its choices. Damn it, today that really, can't believe I lost so much time. It was because of the opacity. Ridiculous. I'll know for next time. But yeah, I think this is pretty good. I'm pretty satisfied with this. Yes. So it was this, one of these ones. It was this nasty culprit. Yeah. So today, to recapitulate, we made this little nice thing. See? And this little nice Hagrid kind of hair. So sorry about this stream, guys, about just doing 2 brushes. I really wanted to get, almost done with all the set. The next streams are just gonna be with that too. I really want to do the entire hair set of Aaron's with you guys, so you can see, and you can just do it along if you have or if you buy the brushes, and you can just use it in your Clip Paint Studio. I really love this program. I love using it. I love painting on it. And sorry about the echo at the beginning too. I didn't realize I had echo. And sorry about that weird 5-second power nap where I just ranted about whatever dream I was having. I don't even know what I said. I'm gonna have to listen back to the video. I can't believe that happened. And I hope this was not too boring for you guys. I know, and it's very technical, but it's something that you have to do if you really want to use all your Photoshop brushes. Once again, it's not difficult. It's doable. It's just a pain in the butt. Because, as you've seen, it's about knowing the brush engine on both tools, and knowing how to map properties from one to the other. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Awesome then. Thank you guys for tuning in with me, and I'll see you on the